Been a while since I've made a video. I decided now was a great time. I've been watching a lot of your videos. You guys are showing off some great stuff. I just wanted to show off what I've been listening to lately. I want to do two videos. This is more along the lines of punk, post-punk, 70s rock. And the next video will be jazz, and there will be many goodies. So keep an eye out for that. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Let's talk about some No Wave. No New York. A compilation curated, I suppose, by Brian Eno and produced. And this basically showcases four bands in the late 70s New York no wave scene. The Contortions, Teenage Jesus and the Jerks, Mars, and DNA. And this is just some really interesting primal stuff. The standouts are definitely the Contortions and DNA. There's no doubt about it. You got to be in the mood for Lydia Lynch, you know, for me anyway. But yeah, just great record. This is an original pressing on Intilles, which is a offshoot of Island, which is a pretty cool little record label. Got this for a steal, people, a steal. But yeah, definitely if you're trying to get into the late 70s scene in New York, I definitely recommend this. It's not something, you want to listen to all the time, but if you like abrasive post-punk, that's not a bad place to start. Alright, next up, we have by the Contortions. Of course, the Contortions are led by James Chance, also known as James Black, and I think he changed his name again, but I'm not sure what he changed it to. And they were featured on No New York. They were my favorite act on No New York. And just really abrasive, but kind of danceable post-punk, punk rock. The sax is very fiery, very visceral, hits you in the face, and his voice is very cool. This record is very listenable, if you ask me. You're into this type of thing. So I definitely recommend this. This is a original UK pressing on, is it Z Records, which is of course another offshoot of Island, which is very cool. I've noticed a lot of these really cool post-punk records. Island put out a lot of them, so in some way, in some form or another. So yeah, big shout out to Island for releasing all this great music. Alright, next we have Lise Messier Desclous with Mambo Nusu. I hope that I pronounced that right. If I didn't, please correct me. And this is another seminal no wave record, which kind of strays. It strays, I think, but I guess it's still in the same art movement. Very danceable. It was recorded in the Bahamas. Yeah, and this is the Light in the Attic reissue, and this was on Z Records as well, same label. And yeah, just very cool, very infectious, very groovy, kind of disco from hell. Nah, maybe not, but you know what I mean. Very unconventional dance party music. Her voice is very cool. I really like it. I think she does a cover of a Kool and the Gang song as well, which is cool. So yeah, highly recommended. You could pick that up anywhere. I think they recently released it, if I'm not mistaken. So, very cool record. Definitely recommend that pickup. This is starting to go more in the... I'm kind of jumping all over the place here. This is going in the more, Roxy Music, early 70s scene type thing. But here's Sparks, Kimono My House, which was very popular in the UK, I believe, but in the US it was not very appreciated. Sparks was an LA-based band, and like I said, they were pretty popular in the UK, but in the States they just didn't take off. But yeah, this is very cool, Roxy Music type of record, I'd say. Very unique sound, and check out the mustache, people. Check out the mustache. I definitely recommend this. I can't explain it too much. Just really good you know, good early 70s music that does not sound like it came out of the 60s, you know? Moving forward, people. That's what it's all about. You gotta move forward. So, of course, speaking Roxy music, this is Stranded. Not much needs to be said about this album. Just classic all around. This is the original UK version on Island Records. And, I mean, it's not in the best condition. Probably very, very good. But, hey, it was a steal. And this is just a seminal album. I mean, Just Like You's a great pop song. Amazona, I love his vocal delivery in that. Mother of Pearl is phenomenal. Bryan Ferry, love his voice. Love the arrangements. Classic. But you guys already know that. You guys have good taste. So there's that. In the same vein, I suppose, since Eno wasn't Roxy music, Taking Tiger Mountain by Strategy. Big Star 1000 already showed this off. I decided I'd show it off as well because I've been listening to it. And, you know, like he said, Burning Airlines give you so much more. The Fat Lady of Limburg, you know, just all this stuff is wonderful. Just really like it. I like this a little bit better than Here Comes the Warm Jets, which I feel like is an unpopular opinion, but, you know, hey, whatever. Great cover artwork as well. So, highly recommended if you like Eno or that early 70s scene. Alright, now we're jumping, people. We're jumping more into the late 70s now. I decided, I've been listening to this a lot lately. Since I showed an Eno, might as well show some more Eno-produced stuff. So, Fear of Music, probably my current favorite Talking Heads release. I have all of them. Love them. Talking Heads are great, but everybody knows that. I just feel like this release just shows off David Byrne's sense of humor the most, you know, and how he views the world, and the arrangements are just otherworldly, you know. So yeah, not much needs to be said about that. It's on Sire Records, original press. Pretty great. Here's a pretty underrated band, if you ask me, Magazine. Howard Devoto. I hope I said that right, Devoto. Yeah, he was in the Buzzcocks, quit shortly after, and formed Magazine, which is a post-punk band that was very ahead of their time, and they were actually really good musicians compared to a lot of the other post-punk. This is on Virgin International, just a US copy. This really blew me away, guys. Permafrost is very cool. Feed the Enemy, Cutout Shapes, Rhythm of Cruelty. I really recommend this. You can get this pretty cheap because, like I said, it's very underrated. I definitely recommend Magazine. Real Life is a great album as well. Some years back, I think Derek showed this in one of his post-punk videos. We're talking maybe 2012, but I decided, got to show it off. Magazine's great. Alright, let's talk about the Slits, guys. The Slits, Cut. Wonderful record, very hard to find. Got this for a steal. As you can see, the spine's messed up, but this was like $15, people. This album is not hard to, no, it's not easy to find, you know. So this is on Antilles, little custom Slits label. Yeah, not easy to find at all. And this record is a very unique post-punk record. Honestly, all post-punk's very unique. They didn't really follow many conventions after the initial punk scene. But this is very dub influence, very reggae influence. The rhythms are very cool. They may not be the best musicians, but their creativity really shines through. Instant Hit, which I think is about Sid Vicious, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Newtown, Love and Romance, Typical Girls, Adventures Close to Home. Just all really great stuff. All female band. And this one gets mentioned a lot when you go into a lot of the best records of the post-punk era, you know. So yeah, that's good stuff. Alright, next up, another good one. The pop group. Why? Just primal. The cover, look at the cover. The cover looks very primal. The music is very primal. I heard that these guys were amazing live. Look at how out of sight that label is. Great label. This is the original UK pressing on Radar Records. And this record is not easy to come by. It was never released domestically in the States. So, but yeah. Kind of Beefheart inspired a little bit to me. It sounds, because I'm a big Beefheart fan. It sounds kind of Beefheart inspired, very primal, tribal rhythms. And I'm a drummer, so the thing I like about all this music is it's very rhythmic, you know? It's sparse, it's rhythmic, it's maybe hard to grasp, you know, but very good stuff. I really dig it. Kind of has a free jazz influence as well, which is kind of neat. Here we have Public Image Limited, 2nd edition, also known as Metal Box. And this was, of course, released after Metal Box, but it's the same album. Different format. Oh no. But yeah, this album, everybody knows this album. Great, very dub influenced. Just kind of, to me, it just kind of glides. You just go on a trip of infectious bass grooves, you know, and you got Johnny Lydon's, you know, screams. Really dig this one. I think, what would, Albatross, it's my favorite song off of this. Albatross is cool. Okay, here we go. Big Star 1000 showed this one as well, which is the Underwater Moonlight. No, Underwater Moonlight by the Soft Boys, which is another wonderful album to come out of the post-punk scene. And this time they decided, hey, let's put a little bit of psychedelia in there. So yeah, very, very cool, very catchy stuff. You know, people would call it power pop. It has a little bit of that influence. But yeah, I Want to Destroy You, Positive Vibrations. I got the hots. Oh yeah, I love this. This is good. This is really good. Highly recommended. Pick that up. That was never released domestically in the States either. That's the problem with a lot of these records. They didn't see many US releases. Okay, here's well, no, it's not arguable. This is my favorite first wave UK punk record. The Damned. Damned, Damned, Damned. Yeah, it's not even a competition for me. The Damned were just, to me, they were just better than all the first wave, you know? I always thought Fan Club was a pretty unique song to come out of the early punk scene in the UK. And this is a West German press on Stiff, which is a very cool label. And I think Elvis Costello's stuff was out on Stiff too. It was also out on Radar as well, from the pop group. But yeah, Damned, Damned, Damned. Essential if you're into punk. I love that back cover as well. Yeah, guys, I just wanted to show a little bit of my records I've been listening to lately. Like I said, I'm gonna make another video in the coming days showing off some great jazz finds. I got a lot of goodies to show. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. You know, and goodbye.